Hello students, welcome back to our channel. This is part 5 of ICSE Chemistry Class 8, Chapter 3, Elements, Compounds and Mixtures. In the previous part, we had learned about mixtures depending upon the physical state of its components, separation of components of a mixtures, methods used for the separation of solid to solid mixtures, etc. In this part 5, we are going to learn about separation of solid to liquid mixtures. Children, I told you that it is an interesting chapter as well as an important chapter too. So we should be studying this chapter very consciously. Let's begin. So separation of solid to liquid mixtures. So if you have not watched the part 4 video, then kindly watch part 4 to understand this part, that is part 5, clearly. Okay. So see, the solid to liquid mixtures can be separated by the following methods. So we are going to study about the methods to separate solid to liquid mixtures. Okay, what are solid to liquid mixtures? The mixtures in which we have solid particles as well as liquid particles. So for example, sand in water. Sand is a solid particle and water is a liquid particle. Then we have sweet water, that is sugar and water. Okay, sugar is a solid particle, water is a liquid particle. So see, the first method is by sedimentation and decantation. Okay, so see, in this method the mixture is allowed to stand when the solid particles settle down. Okay, so in this method we keep the mixtures for a time so that the solid particles settle down and the liquid particle stands above. Okay, so see, solid particles settle down as sediment, whereas clear liquid is left behind, which is poured out carefully. Okay, this is called decantation. So what? Sedimentation followed by the decantation helps in the separation of solids and liquids completely. Okay, so for example, muddy water, okay, can be separated by this method. Muddy water or the mixture in which soil and water is added. We know soil is a solid particle whereas water is a liquid particle. Please look at this diagram carefully. See, this beaker is full of muddy water. Okay, so our first process is to sediment the mixture. So see, we have left the mixture for sedimentation. After sedimentation, look at the beaker. The beaker looks somewhat like this. Okay, the soil settles down whereas the liquid, that is the water, stands above. Okay, then we have to slowly as well as carefully we have to pour that clear liquid. See, in this process. Okay, but complete separation is not possible by this method. Okay, so I hope the concept is clear. Okay, let's move forward. So our next method is what? By filtration. I know you all know this method. So in this method the mixture is separated by using a filter paper. Okay, so we use a filter paper. Okay, so separated by using filter paper when the suspended solid is left on the filter paper. Okay, whereas the clear liquid passes out from the filter paper called filtrate is collected. Okay, so if you take a shot of sand water or a mixture of sand water and if you filter this with a filter paper, the sand will remain in the filter paper whereas the water will be collected. Okay, so see, the solid left behind on the filter paper is called the residue. Okay, remember the name. And the clear water that passes through the filter paper is called the filtrate. Okay, for example, a mixture of chalk and water, okay, can be separated by this method: sawdust and water, charcoal, that is. Okay, and water can also be separated by this method. So sawdust, then charcoal and water, chalk in water can be separated by this method, and many more. Okay, so see, this is a filter paper. Okay, look at this diagram. So this is the process of making a cone of filter paper. Okay, so see, I think you can make it. Okay, see, this is the sand in water. Okay, pour this sand water in that filtered paper. Okay, in that cone shaped filtered paper. See, can you see this? And see, the left sand is the residue, is called the residue. Okay, and this beaker is containing with sand water, which is called the insoluble residue. And see, this is the clear water, that is called the filtrate. I hope the concept is clear now. Okay, let's move forward. Now we are going to study the next process, that is by distillation. This process of converting a liquid into vapor by heating to the boiling point and condensing the vapor to get the pure liquid is called distillation. This method is used when the solid is non-volatile and liquid does not have a high boiling point. Okay, let's understand this. So what happens in this process? Take a solution of salt and water. So we know what is the boiling point of water, 100 degrees Celsius. Boil water at 100 degrees Celsius. Water will vaporize. That vaporized water is collected through a condenser. Okay, by this we get the pure water, but in this case the solid is non-volatile. Means, suppose salt, we know salt do not have any boiling point, so that is, and the salt is non-volatile and the liquid does not have a high boiling point. Okay, let's see that. So see, for example, salt can be separated from seawater by this method. Okay, for this purpose the apparatus is fitted as shown below. Okay, so let's see that. The mixture of solid and liquid is taken in a distillation flask. On heating, vapor of liquid, that is water, are produced. These are condensed in a condenser and collected in a receiver. Okay, the non-volatile solid sodium chloride is left behind, that is the salt, and the water is stored through a condenser. So look at this diagram. This is the process how distillation of water or some distillation of solid to liquid mixture is done. So see, we have salt solution with water. So this is the setup. See, water is boiled to 100 degrees Celsius to its boiling point. So through this condenser, okay, the water is received. Okay, and see, this is the distilled water we are getting. I hope the concept is clear. Okay, let's move forward. So next process is by evaporation. Okay, we all know this process. Evaporation is a process of changing a liquid into its gaseous state by heating it at a temperature below its boiling point. Okay, below its boiling point. It is used to separate non-volatile soluble salt from its solvent. For example, common salt can be obtained through from a mixture of common salt and water by evaporation. So look at this diagram. So the mixture is heated in a china dish using sand bath. See, this is sand. Okay, sand bath when water vaporizes. Okay, so you see the water is vaporizing and the salt is left behind. Okay, remember we should be vaporize water, yes, below its boiling point. So children, we have some sorts of exercises. So first one is name the methods used for separating the following mixtures. Okay, it's really interesting. Let's do them. So guess the first one. Ammonium chloride and sodium chloride are separated by, yes, sublimation. Iron fillings and copper turnings are separated by hand picking. Yes. Naphthalene and potassium chloride are separated by sublimation. Okay, so now sand and sawdust. So that is, yes, gravity separation. Salt and water, distillation or evaporation too. So fill in the blanks with suitable words. First one, dash is used for separation of different colored stones, that is hand picking. Okay, dash is used when one of the component is magnetic separation. Okay, see, yes, magnetic separation. Then the solid substance left on the filter paper is known as the residue. So now we have common salt and can be separated from common salt and water mixture, that is by evaporation. Okay, naphthalene, camphor, ammonium chloride are dash substances. Guess it? Sublimable. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so now give one word for the following. Solid left behind on the filter paper is called, yes, residue. Clear liquid that passes through the filter paper is known as the filtrate. Process by which methyl alcohol and iodine can be separated, distillation. Mixture of sawdust and water can be separated by, Yes, gravity separation. Okay, so now answer the following questions with respect to distillation of solid to liquid mixture. Okay, define distillation. I hope you all can do that. So next, which solids are recovered with the help of distillation? Say yes, non-volatile solid. Name the condenser used. Okay, Liebig's condenser. Okay, then give one example of mixture which is separated by distillation. You can give any two mentioned in your book. That is salt from seawater and then methyl and alcohol. Okay, sorry children, it would be methyl alcohol and iodine. I am writing it. Okay, so it would be methyl alcohol and iodine. I hope the concept is clear. So the next one is water obtained by the process of distillation is known as, yes, distilled water. Okay, so I hope till here everything is clear. Okay, I hope you all had understood the chapter. Today we have covered the methods used to separate solid to liquid mixtures. Please stay connected to part 6. In part 6 we are going to learn about separation of liquid to liquid mixtures. Okay, so I hope the concepts are clear. Thank you so much children for watch this video for the end till the end. Thank you so much. Stay safe, study hard. Thank you so much students. Bye bye.